Hi, third grade. Our book for this week is What is Money? Think about all the things that you and your family buy with money. You buy food with money, you buy clothes with money, and you use money to pay for your apartment or house. Have you ever thought about what life without money would be like? How would you pay for the things you need to survive? Long ago, when there was no money, people traded things. If you had a goat and you needed grain, you would try to make a trade. You would offer your goat to someone who had grain. If she wanted a goat, she would trade. Both of you decide whether the grain and the goat had the same value. If you agreed, congratulations. You would receive the grain and she would get the goat. That did not always work, though. For one thing, the person with the grain might not want a goat. Instead, she might want honey. So you might have to trade your goat with a person who had honey. Then you could trade the honey to the person who had the grain. All this would take some time. Still, for many centuries, this was how people got what they needed. To make trade easier, people chose certain objects to use for money. They decided what value the objects would have. In some places, people who worked for others earned shells. Everyone agreed that you could give shells to someone and get grain or other things in return. In other places, people paid for items using beads. In Rome, people earned salt for their work. When they went to buy an item, they would give an amount of salt as payment for the things they wanted. Then people began to make coins. The first coins were pieces of silver. Each coin weighed the same, so each coin was worth the same amount. Coins were first used in an area of the world that is now Iraq. In the country of Turkey, about 600 BC, coins were made of a combination of silver and gold. The idea of using coins as money spread quickly. Soon, other peoples, such as the Romans, began to use coins. As the use of coins became more common, people had more choices about what they bought, and they could trade easily. Gold was often used for making coins. It was easy to shape. Gold coins were pretty and did not rust. Because gold was hard to find, it had greater value than other metals. It was used for coins with high value. Other metals were used for coins of less value. Some other metals used for coins were silver and copper. Gold is still hard to find, so it is still worth a lot. The thrill of finding gold has led to several gold rushes. Just as the name suggests, in a gold rush, people rush to the place where gold has been found. One gold rush took place in California in 1848. The news of the discovery of gold spread fast. People rushed to California from all over the world. Everyone dreamed of finding gold and getting rich. Today, gold and silver are too expensive to be made into coins. Gold is used mostly to make jewelry. Countries keep a supply of gold and silver because of their great value. But these metals are not turned into money for everyone to use. Over the years, the United States has had copper coins with many different values. There have been coins worth a half cent. There have been coins worth $20. Today, the coins we use are mostly pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. There are some half-dollar pieces and some coins worth $1, but these are not used often. Most of our coins now are made of a combination of metals. Quarters, for example, are made from copper and nickel. Paper money was first used in China. The Chinese found that coins could be very heavy to carry around. Paper money weighed much less. Paper money didn't have any worth on its own, the way gold coins did. So China's rulers decided what the value of the paper money would be. The value of the paper money we use today is determined by our government. The paper money used in the United States has changed over time. Recently, new bills for the $100, $50, and $20 have been printed. The pictures on them are larger than those on the old bills. There used to be bills for $500 and even $1,000, but these are no longer printed. Today, most people keep their money in banks. When people need their money, they can go to the bank and take it out. The government has a law that says you can get your money back if you put it in a bank. Why do people use banks? Many do not want to keep all their money at home. It is safer in a bank. Also, banks use the money in ways that earn more money. Then they pay people for keeping money in the bank. The money the banks pay is called interest. If you have a lot of money in the bank, that money will earn a lot of interest. People don't use as many coins and bills today. as they did in the past. Instead, they use credit cards. The store bills the credit card company for what the customer buys. The credit card company pays the store. Then it bills the customer. The customer pays the credit card company. People still pay for what they buy, but they pay for it later. As you can see, the history of money is a long story.